Find yourself a comfortable space, somewhere you can sit or lie in for a short while, and allow your eyes to close. Allowing yourself to become aware of those parts of you that most need to experience deep relaxation and comfort. Experiencing at your own pace, a place deep within you, an internal focus, a place that you've experienced before. Maybe as you daydreamed about a holiday, or whilst reading a book that you just couldn't put down, where time seemed to suddenly pass so quickly. Hours into minutes, minutes into seconds. That place that can help you to absorb the possibilities and helpful realizations that I bring to you today. Let that focus drift to your breathing, taking comfortable breaths in and out again. And as you focus more on your breathing, in your own time, and at your own rhythm, you relax more and more, finding deeper levels of calm and relaxation. And now you're beautifully relaxed. Nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing for you to do except to relax. I want you to let your mind and your imagination drift, feeling lazy, feeling easy, and feeling comfortable. And I want you to imagine that you're standing on the terrace of a lovely old house. A house like a stately home or a country mansion. And you can feel the sun on your head and on your shoulders. And it's not too hot, and it's just comfortable. And there's a gentle breeze playing against your skin. And as you look around you, you notice an elegant marble flight of steps. 10 broad steps leading down into a beautiful sunken garden. A garden where you sense peace and well-being and comfort. Make it really vivid in your mind. In a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. And as I count all the way down from 10 down to 0, I want you to imagine that each number is a step down on this beautiful staircase. A step down towards this beautiful garden. And that each step you take is another step down into deeper and even deeper levels of relaxation. So that by the time you get to 0, you'll be as deeply relaxed as you can ever imagine, while still being able to hear and respond to the sound of my voice. 10. Take that first step down now, relaxing and letting go. 9. Feeling more and more relaxed. No need to hurry. Plenty of time. 8. Moving down even easier now. 7. Deeper and deeper. 6. Deeper still. Your breathing becoming slower and steadier. 5. Really relaxing now. 4. Becoming calmer and calmer. 3. Calmer still. 2. More and more relaxed. And 1. All the way down to 0. And now you find yourself in this wonderful garden. You can feel the softness of the newly cut grass beneath your feet, as the scent of masses upon masses of brightly coloured flowers seems to envelop you. As the gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly in the stillness of the air. It's almost a magical place, stretching into the distance as far as the eye can see in all directions, with beautiful shrubs, tall, elegant trees, and an ornamental fountain, which seems to feed into a gently trickling stream. And this fascinates you. You wander to the edge of the stream and gently lower yourself down onto the soft, grassy bank. And just sit for a while, gazing into the cool, clear water, marvelling at the sense of tranquility that sweeps over you, and listening to the faint sound of the fountain splashing into the pool that feeds this gentle stream. After a little while, you lay back on the grass and gaze up at the clearest of blue skies. And as you relax more and more, your eyes begin to close and you drift off into a deep and relaxing sleep. And as you sleep, you have a dream. You dream that your whole body is becoming lighter, lighter and lighter. So light that you feel you must surely begin to float into the air at any moment. And then you feel yourself just floating and drifting, gently borne aloft and supported by the softest of warm breezes. And you can somehow see, with those closed eyelids, you're floating in a sea of colour. A warm sea of colour that relaxes and comforts you as you drift. Suspended in warmth and colour that seems somehow unreal and yet, at the same time, has a comfortingly familiar feel to it. You're aware of the misty reds and orange, the soft muted yellow tones, the gentle greens and blues that somehow seem like clouds, and the deepest, softest indigos and violets that you could ever have imagined. And it begins to dawn on you that you're floating in a rainbow, a magical rainbow, because in this rainbow, time and space doesn't exist in the same way that we usually know it. You might have floated there for just a moment, or for 100 years, maybe for a lifetime, or just perhaps for the blinking of an eye. You could have floated forwards in time, to a time that could be far beyond our own future, or maybe back in time, back before your own lifetime. And it gradually begins to seem you might even be able to float here for just as long as you wish, with this wonderful, relaxed feeling, just floating and drifting through this magical sea of gentle flowing colours, where time seems to be suddenly of so little importance. And you're still pondering on these thoughts when you feel yourself begin to float gently downwards, lower and lower, softly sinking down through this beautiful rainbow, becoming even more relaxed, even more lazy, until eventually you realise that you've stopped floating downwards, and you find yourself on the shore of a tranquil lake. A large, tranquil lake surrounded by softly rolling hills that are shrouded in a gentle silver mist. There are trees and sweetly scented flowering shrubs, and grasses growing at the water's edge, and everything is bathed in a beautiful golden light. A golden light that seems to bathe everything in its warmth. And you find yourself marvelling at the sense of deep calmness and comfort that seems to fill your entire being. As you stroll lazily along the sandy shore of this wonderful lake, noticing with a sort of lazy curiosity that it seems to be constantly changing colour. Subtle changes blending so smoothly that it's difficult for you to know exactly when limpid blue has become deep, soft violet, or when that deep violet became a relaxing green. The changes in colour fascinate you, and you settle yourself down onto a small, smooth rock and just gaze out across the crystal clear waters. Every so often, something, a fish maybe, just something, just breaks the surface, creating ripples that seem to flow gently and endlessly in all directions. Ripples that eventually lap against the edges of the rock that you're sitting on. And you smile, lean forward and dabble your hand amongst them. And as you do so, you create yet more ripples. Ripples that shimmer in a kaleidoscope of different colours across the lake, interacting with others and making new, ever-changing patterns. And you realise that this tranquil place is the pool of all knowledge, and that whilst you're here, you're part of everything, and everything is part of you. And you find it easy, so very easy, to open your mind and to let go of any barriers to memory or to learning. And now your mind is prepared and receptive to everything I'm going to say to you. And everything I say, if it is to your benefit, will be accepted and acted upon by your subconscious. It will have a steadily increasing effect upon the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you behave. And the influence of these suggestions, as they are for your benefit, will continue to increase over the coming days and weeks and months. Your subconscious mind has confirmed that it is helping you to relax, helping you to cope so much better with life, and giving you the confidence within yourself to deal with any situation that life has to offer. Your subconscious mind is also giving you a new understanding of yourself, and this understanding gives you the power to make vital changes to your benefit. And so now, with every day that passes, your confidence is increasing. The confidence of knowing that you are capable of doing whatever you set your mind to, with a positive attitude and a quiet strength. Now, more and more, you become aware of the transformation taking place within your personality, and you're adopting a more positive outlook on life. You believe in yourself more every day, and you're learning to act boldly, realizing that you are fully capable of making the proper decisions, and having the confidence to carry them through. So each day you become more secure within yourself. With your new relaxed attitude, both towards yourself and towards others, you realize that you are gaining control of your thoughts, of your feelings, and of your emotions. And this gives you a tremendous feeling of satisfaction, knowing that whatever happens, you can deal with the situation in a calm and relaxed way. You know that the key to good health is a calm and relaxed attitude towards life. And now, you begin to accept life as it is, and you accept people as they are. So, as you continue to relax more and more with every day that passes, you feel better within yourself, and better about yourself. And this gives you the opportunity to become more aware of the wide range of resources which are yours, resources which are within you, which are there for you to use. And as you become more aware of these resources, then you become more and more confident. And with these new resources, you know that you are directing your life now, and you know that life can bring good things to you. And in this way, you are happier with each day that passes. Anticipate happiness, and happiness is yours. And of course you feel better each day, because you are happy. It is from positive experience that you learn to use your confidence in a way that builds and grows stronger every day. Increase self-worth, recognizing even more than before that only good things and positive thoughts are of value to you. That negative thoughts harm you. They actually harm you. And you allow only good and positive thoughts. It's so very easy to be that person who does not allow for mistakes to be made. And it can be a comfort to know that an error is simply an opportunity to do it differently next time. Perfection is almost never needed, and even champion athletes are never perfect all the time, and sometimes get it wrong. It's interesting to observe that when Navajo Indians weave their beautiful rugs and blankets, they always leave a knot, an imperfection, so that the gods are never angered, that they are trying to be gods themselves. And it can be comforting to know that you can give yourself permission to feel safe and enjoy those things that are important. Knowing that the world will not come to an end if you leave a knot, so that the gods know that you are not challenging them. You're just doing the best that you can and leaving it at that. And as you go deeper now, just listening to the sound of my voice, you can be aware of those comfortable, heavy feeling legs and arms, of your entire body that seems to float in time and space. These hypnotic suggestions that will allow you to know that you have travelled from one state of awareness to another in a calm and relaxed and confident way. And I wonder now if you can allow these feelings to continue, those comfortable, relaxed sensations of mind and body, as you drift and dream, and my voice drifts with you. You can now look to the future in that way that tells you that things will go well, that you will succeed, that you are special, intelligent, and capable. And in this way, you can program yourself to succeed, and you will succeed. You now look to the future and see only good things and good people happening to you as you move forward to grasp opportunities, seeing those opportunities clearly, intensely aware that your worthwhile goals are attainable. You have all the confidence you need to build upon, all the capabilities and capacities to be that person that you want to be, special and exciting. You and you alone have your best interests at heart. You now take control of your life. Now, you're taking control. You trust your own judgment, and in all things you know that you alone have your best interests and those who are close to you within your control. And it is with profound satisfaction now that you undertake and commit yourself to your own best interests, utilizing to your highest potential your capability, your special qualities, accepting your feelings of self-congratulation as you achieve your worthwhile goals. You find it easy to concentrate on what is important to you. Your subconscious mind helps you in those ways, reminding you of your successes, of your positive abilities, of all your special qualities. Others appreciate you more and more as you demonstrate your confidence. Your positive approach allows those around you to have confidence in you. And as your confidence grows and manifests itself in your day-to-day success, now your creativity discovers new ways of releasing itself, to become effective and part of your own special personality. You impress and amaze all with your clarity of thought and expression of new ideas and input to every situation. Once the bystander, now you're at the forefront, establishing yourself that interesting, positive person that you are. You can now be aware that you are equal of all, relaxed and comfortable in every situation. You're realizing now, with greater clarity, each and every day, that you can unlearn that feeling of fear and lack of confidence. You now take a deep breath. Relax yourself from head to toe, and take the image into your mind of you, happy and secure, confident and self-assured, as you tell yourself, I can and I will. This comfortable, pleasant image soothes your mind, and all fear and self-doubt leaves you completely. You unlearn fear by being positive, and realizing that the only thing that can hurt you is fear itself. No longer do you accept fear or negativity. You banish in their entirety all unwanted and inappropriate thoughts and symptoms, allowing only good thoughts and positive feelings to grow and become part of your special personality. You do this easily because you are in control, and it will become easier and easier for you to do this as you take control, and you will take control. The three nomads were preparing to sleep. It was pitch black in the middle of the desert and getting cold. They had tied up their camels, taken what they needed from their saddlebags, pitched their tents, and rolled out their sleeping mats. They were just about to settle down for the night when their attention was attracted by a curious glowing light on the horizon. As they watched, the light brightened. It gained intensity. It gleamed and glowed and glistened, galloping towards them, until it filled the whole night sky. And they knew, each one absolutely knew, they were in the presence of some kind of divine being. And they waited for the words that they knew would come. And the words came. And the words said, "Go forth into the desert. Gather as many pebbles as you can, and tomorrow you will find that you are delighted, disappointed, and very, very curious. And that was it. There was no more, only silence. And the light receded back from where it had come, until everything was dark again except for the twinkling stars high in the black night. And the nomads were furious. "What kind of god is this?" demanded one. "Gather pebbles? Who does he think we are? I belong to a proud race, that I should stoop so low." Another added, "Now a real god would have done things differently. A real god would have shared secrets with us, would have told us how to eradicate poverty and suffering, or how to irrigate the desert." "A real god," said the third, "would have given us the key to success, shown us how to become rich and famous." But perhaps because of the memory of the purity of the light, or the resonant authority of the voice that spoke the words, the nomads went out into the desert, still grumbling and complaining, and gathered just a few pebbles, and threw them grudgingly into the depths of their saddlebags. And then they went to bed. The next morning dawned fine. The nomads rolled up their sleeping mats, dismantled their tents, and stowed them away in their saddlebags, setting off for the next oasis. They rode with the sun arcing high overhead across steep dunes and through deep rocky canyons. They rode all day, and as the sun sank in the west, they saw its reflection glinting on the lake at the centre of the oasis that they sought. And they went through the same ritual they went through every day. Tied up their camels, they pitched their tents, and they unrolled their sleeping mats. And then, one of the nomads went over to look for something in his saddlebag, and as he rummaged around, his hand closed against something small, round and hard, a pebble. And when he pulled the pebble out, to his amazement he discovered that it was a diamond, and he couldn't believe it. And he searched far and pulled out the others, calling to his companions, and they too found that their pebbles had become diamonds. And you can imagine how delighted they were, until they realised how few they had collected the previous evening, and you can imagine how disappointed they were. But after a while they got to thinking about the meaning of this. These pebbles, which previously they had thought worthless, were now precious, and they began to wonder how many other things in their lives, things that they had previously considered of little consequence or value, might have value that they hadn't discovered or considered yet. And they began to get more and more curious about discovering meanings under the surface of things, which now they were beginning to dimly comprehend with growing excitement and wonder. Starting now more and more, you'll realise that happiness and unhappiness are due to your own thoughts, the way you think about situations. You'll be able to shift your thoughts and the way you think about these situations. You'll be able to shift your thoughts to the positive aspects and look at the positive aspects of living and enjoying every day. You'll become more and more aware that it's life situations that are not always the way you want them, and you will work to change them, without frustration, without anger, without being bothered. You will work to change the things that are not the way you want them, but you'll do it with a calm and peaceful mind, being at ease and at peace with the universe. You'll become more and more aware that everyone has problems in living, but you will also be aware, as you become more mature, that you can face these problems with a calm mind, with strength and determination to work to improve them. And when you cannot change things, you accept them calmly. You'll be aware that anger and frustration do not help. You'll realise that life is too precious and too wonderful to waste in being bothered over the little things, the little annoyances. Starting today, you'll work to change anything that is changeable, that you can change with peace of mind, without being bothered, without frustration, and without anger. You'll be less and less worried about the future, problems of the future, dangers of the future, which will never occur anyway. Most of the things you worry about won't happen anyway, so you'll let those worries go, and you'll enjoy the day. You'll let yourself go, and you'll enjoy yourself. as the worries drop out of your life. And now, you can take whatever time you want or need to absorb those possibilities and helpful realizations. To use that internal focus to remember those positive messages about possibility, future, growth, change. And when you've had enough time to enjoy this experience of deep comfort and relaxation, and that's when you can begin to bring this experience to a comfortable close. Bringing back with you the best feelings of being relaxed and comfortable and wonderfully optimistic as you remind yourself, in the nicest of ways, of the resources which are yours, which are there for you to use, to be the best you that you can be. And so, when you're ready to bring yourself out of this wonderful, relaxed state, you can start to reorient yourself at a rate which is gradual and comfortable, slowly alerting yourself. And when you're ready, you can allow yourself to be fully alert and allow your eyes to open.